And welcome back to the weekly top 5. Welcome myself back as well. I took week 14 off, and it's okay. The games were pretty boring. No last second games. But good thing I came back this week. Because we only have 5 games because of the name. It's not called the weekly top 8. But if it were, I'll give my honorable mentions as, let's see, Jets, Lions. That was a good game. Bills, Dolphins. That was a good game. Commanders, Giants. That was a good game. Sadly, none of you are going to make it because we had two of the most ridiculous games I've ever seen, and 3 other really good games. So here we are, starting it off. This game could have been number 1 in any other week. Titans, Chargers. Let's look at the stats. Titans in free fall right now after starting the season really poorly. What was it, 0-2 or something like that? And then they went on a tear, won a whole bunch of games, and now they're losing a whole bunch of games. 4 straight losses. They're 7-7, 1 game ahead of the Jags. And, man, they're kind of funny. I don't know what they've always been funny. I've never liked what the Titans were, what they've been these past years, and how they just keep continuing to impress. Not even impressed. They're just in the playoffs, like stealing the 1 seed last year, which I do call stealing. There were other teams that should have had that 1 seed last year. Bills, Chiefs, and the Titans stole it. Funny enough, though, the team I don't think that should have had it last year ended up winning the AFC. So thank you, NFL, for having such a fun outcome for us. So unpredictable. Either way, this game was boring until the end. They exchanged some interceptions, 2 turnovers for the Chargers, 1 turnover for the Titans, and it was a punt fest in the later parts of the game until Tannehill and his mighty teammates and King Henry and his mighty Knights. They're not Knights, they're Titans. Drove down the field, scored a touchdown with 48 seconds left. But then Herbert's the man, baby. He don't care. He threw no touchdown passes. I mean, it was only 17-14. Drive down the field, 4 seconds left, field goal. Nailed it. Game over. That's how you do it. I mean, think about this. This week, this is more of a conversation about this week, and we're going to talk about it all episode, or all 5 videos. We call them movies. All 5 movies, YouTube movies. The Titans scored a touchdown with 48 seconds left, and the Chargers drove down the field and kicked a field goal to win. This game gets knocked down because the rest of the game is, just mild. And it ends with a quick flurry of 10 points in the final minute. Chargers win. I can't even believe it. I'm sitting there, and I think I was, when it was happening, I was just peeking at my phone, 14-7, 14-7. Oh, 14-14. Then I look away for 1 second, and I look back. Oh, game's over. Wait, what? I was thinking, another overtime game. Here we go. Not this time. Herbert pulls it out, and the Chargers on a completely different trajectory. Now they're 8-6, and they're looking great. They're stepping into I believe they're the 6th seed now, and they have a nice, easy run down the stretch. I know they play the Broncos last, and they have the Colts as well as a few winnable games. They could be 11-6, and all of a sudden, all the stuff where it's like, the Chargers, all year it seemed like they were just this team that found their way to lose, but then always kind of played up to the Chiefs and barely lost those games. These games where you think that, oh wow, they can actually beat the Chiefs. Talk about a monkey on your back. The Chiefs are a nightmare for these Chargers, but they pulled it off. They did it. Pretty impressive. They're 8-6. They are not. Chargers have found a way. Fingers crossed. They've found a way to lose, but no more of that field goal in a game you could have just tied to make the playoffs. I think the Chargers are finally going to make the playoffs. They look really good. The other teams that are in the playoffs are kind of slipping, and the Titans might be finding their way right out of the playoffs. The Jaguars 6-8, Titans are 7-7. They're going to play last game of the season. The Titans have a easy Texans game, but a Cowboys game in a couple weeks, and that could really, I mean, that final game against the Jags might be tied. Jags might be, I might be willing to bet that the Jags will have, they'll be in the position to make it. Maybe, I don't know. And the Titans haven't been, or the Texans haven't been playing well. The Titans could just go 0-2 on these next two games. Next thing you know, the Jags might not even need that last game. I might find that even not just possible, but more 50-50 on something like that. The Titans have been bad, and they've been losing games over and over and over again. So we see two teams here going in completely opposite directions, and the team going in the right direction is the team that is going in the right direction. And the Chargers do it. Herbert looks good. The team looks good. Keenan Allen obviously has been back for a few weeks, and it seems like that really kicked things up. Williams makes big plays, but Allen is solid, just consistent. You see him run routes. He catches the ball. He gets these catches that just keep the drives alive, keep things going. As great as, big play like players like Mike Williams can be, having someone that just gets you first downs, keeps you on the field. Wow. I don't think people ignore it, but sometimes it feels like you want to just talk about the big players. But Keenan Allen is and it's not that he can't make a big play either, but he is sure-handed. And then Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had a funny little screen pass where he just kind of caught the ball and ran way too fast for a person his size. Still, he's so big. And then a thought that I'd like to throw out to the commenters or anyone viewing. Besides Derrick Henry, name me a running back in the NFL that you think will go to the Hall of Fame. Not even one who's guaranteed. Derrick Henry, Hall of Famer. Probably already. 2,000 yards. He's got plenty of yards this year. I think he's over 1,000 already. And he's got a 1,500-yard season, 1,800-yard season, whatever. Derrick Henry, King Henry, right into the Hall of Fame, no problem. But with the change of the running back position, in your mind, is there any other running back besides Derrick Henry that you would say would most likely make the Hall of Fame? Because, you got Jonathan Taylor, great season. He's a second-year player. You can't lean on that. He's kind of been in and out all year now. Whatever. Ezekiel Elliott, great start. Pollard's their leading rusher now. He doesn't. If he's just done, he's done. That's it. He's just an overpaid running back at this point. Really, I'm having trouble thinking of a running back that deserves the. I think they will make the Hall of Fame. Derrick Henry is like, definitely, in my opinion, definitely. Any other running back? I don't know. Maybe. It's kind of odd to think that running backs might not make the Hall of Fame anymore. Unless you can find me somewhere that, what's his name, Adrian Peterson's on some sort of practice squad, or maybe Frank Gore. I know he retired, but there's always a chance for old Gore there. But back to the game. Good job, Chargers. Finally going to make the playoffs. You can do it. I'm proud of you. Go Herbert. And the Titans. Is this it? Is this the end of the 2020 and late 2010 Titans that have, the Tannehill Titans? Is this the end of it? Malik Willis, I don't think that's going to work out. I don't think they can make a quick, smooth transition to that. And Tannehill just shows that, with, solid coaching, good defense, Hall of Fame running back at this point, and Tannehill level of play, they can make the playoffs. In their extremely weak division, they can make the playoffs. And with the rise of the Jags, I think the Titans might be out of luck. All right. And with that, we'll move on.